Well, hello. Good to see you again. And today, we're close to Christmas. That's it. And this will be the last video that you'll see from me here in this office and in from St. Petersburg. We're traveling back to Melbourne. And on that note, I actually wanted to wrap up this video series for this year on something very simple. There's been so much noise about, you know, uh, AI and this and that and products, and there's just so much noise around stuff that's being released and that is really helping us become better developers. I think there's a lot of hit and misses in this in the tech industry space. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to take a step back, right, and look at something that has absolutely nothing to do with the technology itself, and it's the value system in which we approach what we do. And that is to kind of visualize at the end of the day what it is that you want to do and who you want to do it for. Creating products, as a craftsman, which you could say coding is a craft. When I first started back 20 years ago, it was video games. I was like just passionate about creating video games, and I was really creative. And at the end of the day, I just felt like video games just weren't adding value to, this wasn't adding value in the way that I had imagined they could, right? Uh, I still would love to go back and at some point create a video game that does add value, but it's difficult when you see so much of technology having somewhat of a negative effect on people. With things like Instagram and Facebook and the increase in negative, personality traits as a result of the use of social media, and the fact that when you're sitting around playing video games, you're rarely interacting with people directly, and that most of the time you're sitting facing a screen. It doesn't really make me feel like I'm contributing to society in a way that improves people's lives. And so one of the things that I felt was, maybe IoT, helping infrastructure, I've leaned towards that. But at the end of the day, it's these value systems that lead me to developing the products that I want to develop. The tools, it doesn't matter what tools you use. If you can use some AI tool to help you write better code faster, go ahead, do it. Don't worry about it. The AI tools aren't going to become, I guess, sentient anytime soon. An LLM isn't going to become sentient anytime soon. The research I've done and the people that I've spoken to, they all say the same thing. These are overhyped technologies uh, for the sake of securing financing so that people can continue growing their business, right? So you have like things like OpenAI hyping things up, saying, "Oh, this is going to escape," like because it creates attention, creates hype, it creates a marketing story, and then investors go, "Wow, this is interesting. Like it looks like this company is going to make money. Let's put money into it so it helps it grow." Sometimes it works out, sometimes it won't. Many companies have fallen over in the past. I don't know if you guys know the Acorn computer was great. Like they made a lot of money really quick, but then slowly faded out. We don't know what's going to happen with these tools that we're building right now. I don't really like to call them AI so much as they're more kind of like language model tools to help us improve coding. But I watched a video recently, and I wanted to share this message from you. Was that I'm not sure the channel name. I'm sorry, but the message was, I think somebody O'Neill, but the message was uh, action is more important than intelligence. Something along those lines, where action is what creates value. Going out and doing the work creates the value. So whether you use these tools and you sit there and you want to create something, go and create it. Have a goal, whatever it is, however small it is, go out and create something cool. I've been working on this IoT project with a team. I've been leading the app development team and helping with the firmware uh, development and helping with the software development, and also kind of being in on the loop on the hardware manufacturing side. It's been really educational. It's been great to be part of building something so a whole ecosystem of devices and being part of that process. We recently had our last retro and reflected on what we achieved that year. And one of the things I have to say is like it's been the best project I've worked on because I felt like I've been aligned with my values, right? I've been doing the craft that I've learned over the years and put myself in a position where I can actually, build the thing that adds value to people's lives. And so that's what I'm suggesting you do. Try different things. Don't be worried about the fact that this isn't for you. When I was in video games and I started to get exhausted and tired of building video games, it was frustrating because I didn't understand why. But looking back on it now, it's just because my value system had changed, and I was more interested in going outdoors and music, and so I got into the festival industry, music industry. Eventually, I also kind of realized that that wasn't for me. It also has its negatives, so I went back to software engineering. But I learned a lot along the way. I learned a lot about business, about people, and as much as I look back on it, I go, "Oh, what if I had continued it?" And sure, yeah, I could have, but I didn't, and there was a reason for that. And you have to move forward. And so now it's like I'm gonna do one more video before the new year to go through things, but for this Christmas video, I'd like to just say that focus more on the actions you take and try to find something that aligns with your values. That's really important. I'd like to leave you on that note, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, and